Year 4, Miss Crompton here again. Today I am going to do another English lesson with you. So before I start, if you need to pause the video you can do. You will need a piece of paper and a pen. If you've got your things together, we can start. Today we are going to be looking at using another type of conjunction. In my previous video we looked at coordinating conjunctions that we remind ourselves about using the mnemonic fanboys. Today we are going to be moving on to subordinating conjunctions that we use the mnemonic subway for. Before I tell you and will remind you what these conjunctions are, could you pause the video and have a little go at reminding yourself what they are? Okay, so hopefully you would have said since, until, because. The W could be when or while. The A could be as, after, or although. And the I could be if. If you need to write those down now to remind yourself, you can do. So today we are going to be moving from a simple sentence to a complex sentence. Complex sentences are formed when we put a subordinating conjunction in them. So to begin with, I thought we could have a little go at extending these simple sentences, and I have chosen a couple of subordinating conjunctions to go in the middle of our sentences. As I read the sentence out, could you tell me how you would finish them? The cat slept in his bed because... How would you finish that sentence? Maybe tell someone who you're learning with at home. Everyone was chatting until... What might make people stop chatting? How would you finish that sentence? And Sam laughed as... So what might be happening whilst Sam was laughing, or what would make him laugh? So here are a couple of my ideas. The cat slept in his bed because he was tired. Everyone was chatting until their dinner was ready. And Sam laughed as his dad told a joke. Now at the end of every sentence I have finished it off with a full stop, which is what we really need. We also need a capital letter at the beginning. I've made my sentences different colours because I wanted to remind you that in a complex sentence we have conjunctions that I've turned into orange. We have our main clause. Can you remember from my previous video that a main clause makes sense on its own? So the cat slept in his bed. It could make sense on its own. And then, in blue, we have a subordinate clause. So that does not make sense on its own, because he was tired. So if I said to you, because he was tired, you'd go, what? Because he was tired what? It wouldn't make sense on its own. So the black is the main clause, the orange and the blue is our subordinate clause. Okay, I have got ready for you some main clauses that need to have conjunctions and subordinate clauses put on the end of them to extend the sentence. The mouse jumped, the baby cried, the man would win a gold medal. So to remind you, hopefully you might have to zoom in on the video. I'll put the conjunction mats there to help you if you didn't make a note at the beginning. Can you pause the video now and copy out these main clauses and add a conjunction and a subordinate clause at the end, finishing your sentence with a full stop? Pause the video now and have a little go. Okay, hopefully you've had a little go at those sentences. You have full stops, conjunction, subordinate clauses and capital letters. We would have all had lots of different ideas on these, so I won't give you what I would have said. However, if you would like an extra challenge now, with subordinate clauses, they can come at the end of the sentence or the beginning of the sentence. So with the sentences that you've written, you can choose one of them to flip round in a minute whilst I've shown you an example. So, the mouse jumped is our main clause because the cat hissed at him. Okay, full stop. So like before, main clause, conjunction, subordinate clause. Now I can move the whole subordinate clause, which I can underline in red, to the front of the sentence and then add my main clause on at the end. So watch this. Okay, so I've underlined the B and the T of these words because now the word because is at the beginning of the sentence. It needs a capital letter. It didn't need one here because it was the middle of the sentence. Likewise, the word the is now in the middle of the sentence, so we get rid of the capital letter. The full stop is at the end of the sentence. Now the last thing, I've forgotten something and I reckon you could remember what it is. Because the cat hissed at him, the mouse jumped. Can you tell me what I have forgotten in my sentence? Have a little think about it now. Well done if you have said a comma. So the comma needs to come after the subordinate clause to make sure it makes sense. Because the cat hissed at him, the mouse jumped. I have moved my subordinate clause from the end of the sentence to the front and put a comma in. Your extra challenge for today is choose one of the sentences that you've written out from before and try and flip it around. Good luck, have fun!